The fallout has begun. The mainstream media is starting to realize what's happening around this pistol brace rule as it circulates out of the court system, and I cannot wait to show you guys what they're saying in Reuters. This is a big deal because it's coming from the media, who, of course, you guys know, is no friend of the Second Amendment. Now, of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We are distributing freedom twice daily, and we'd love to have you along for the ride, and everything you're about to see is linked in the description box below. But my brothers and sisters, this pistol brace ruling from the Fifth Circuit's causing quite a ruckus. And like I said in the title of this video, the fallout is going to start, and this is the beginning. Check this out, because they kind of see what's coming here. U.S. pistol brace rule, likely illegal, federal appeals court rules. Now, this came out yesterday around 6 p.m. This is from Reuters. Check out what they say because they hit something right on the head, and this is where you're going to start to see the resistance and the fallout. Check this out. August 1. A U.S. regulation restricting ownership of gun accessories known as pistol braces is likely illegal, a federal appeals court ruled Tuesday. A victory for gun rights groups challenging the rule. We knew that. We covered that last night. A 2-1 panel of New Orleans-based Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found the ATF, finalized the rule in January without giving the public a meaningful chance to comment on it. Now, this is important because now they're hitting on the procedural part. That made it invalid under the Federal Administrative Procedure Act, the panel found. So there's two things here. The reason that it's going back is because the APA, they didn't give the public a meaningful time to analyze what it was and leave comment. Now, granted, they were going to do it anyway, but this is what they're saying, and there's something else they're going to add on here because they're highlighting the importance of this decision and the ramifications that are implied. Like I said, the fallout's about to start. You're about to watch something. Get the popcorn ready. The court did not immediately block enforcement of the rule, instead sending the case back to U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor in Fort Worth, Texas. O'Connor will just have to decide whether to issue an order blocking enforcement while the case goes forward, and if so, whether that order will apply nationwide or only to the plaintiffs in this case. That is the payoff. If they get it nationwide, you're going to see a very similar path that the ATF is going to take to what they did with the ghost gun, the receiver frames and receivers rule. They are getting hit pretty hard on the way that they are infringing upon the Second Amendment, a way they are just basically living their lives and doing whatever they want. And that's the important piece. This could go nationwide, and that is what we're chasing, because that would be basically what we want across the board. Several federal judges have already issued preliminary orders blocking enforcement of the rule enacted by President Joe Biden's administration and challenged by lawsuits from gun right groups. But those orders apply only to members of the groups and only in those judges' jurisdictions. That's why it's so important, because this could go national. Again, emphasizing national. The lawsuit was brought by Firearms Policy Coalition. Cody Wiskinski, the group's lawyer, called the ruling a huge win. We covered that. This is the funny part, though. ATF and the U.S. Department of Justice declined to comment. Yeah, I'd decline to comment, too, if I was getting my face smashed in every single time I took something to a court, because their rules are all unconstitutional, but this fallout is starting, make no mistake. Fifth Circuit Judge Jerry Smith wrote Tuesday that the ATF's final rule was dramatically different from the proposed rule it offered for public comment in 2021. The judge said that amounted to a rug pull on the public, which, I mean, it is. But for a judge to say a rug pull and they didn't have proper time to comment and they changed it from their comment period to their final rule, this does not look good for the ATF. Circuit Judge Don Willett said in a concurring opinion that the rule likely violated not only the APA, but also the right to bear arms under the Second Amendment of the Constitution, an issue that the majority did not address. That is key. Not only did they violate the procedural part, but they may have also violated the Second Amendment, and it's an illegal order. This is massive. And the last one, if this doesn't prove to you judges are in the tank for who appoints them, check this out. Circuit Judge Stephen Higginson dissented, saying that the final rule did not require public comment because it merely interpreted a law passed by Congress. Merely interpreted a law passed by Congress. Really? They completely changed definitions in order to get a different rule with the penalty of law and fines and jail time. But no. They're just interpreting a rule from Congress. Now, the payoff. Smith and Willett were appointed by Republican former presidents Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump, while Higginson was appointed by Democrat former President Barack Obama. So you've got three people coming up with the exact opposite outcomes, and they just happen to line up politically on the spectrum with which presidents would want this or wouldn't want this. I'm just saying. the fallout on this is going to get big, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one in the comments field below. I'm Braden. I'll see you later.